Okay, this is my first video, and I'm only doing it because it's a big thing to talk about. Apparently there's a thing between black women and Asian men, and I just found out about it because the opportunity arose for me to actually date an Asian guy. Which is weird because it's kind of like, well, I've always wanted to do it. You know, I want to be somebody to say I date different types of guys. But as I research it, trying to find out why I researched it, but I did. It's a big thing. Apparently there's a thing for Asian men, AM, and black women, BW, AMBW, or BWAM, or something. And it's a big thing or whatever. And it's basically where, and it's not really, for some reason, it's not really a big thing for Asian women to date black guys. It's not as common as Asian men dating black women. Okay. So, today I have a date with the guy I've been talking to, who happens to be Asian. And I'm not sure where it's going to go, but I did want to start a video for it and a blog. So, basically, let's talk about how this started, and then how I feel about him. Okay, so it started on a dating site. Apparently, he's on a dating site, was on a dating site, and I seen that he was actually in where I grew up at, which is Rocky Mount. So I saw that he said, well, you know, I want to date. He wanted a girlfriend. He was looking for the right one. Blah, 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 and read a profile. I mean, just being flirtatious like I am, I write him back, and I'm like, well, if you're going to find somebody, you're going to get to Rocky Mount. And then he hits me back and was like, oh, why is, don't I get to Rocky Mount before you do that? And he messaged me back, and he's like, oh, well, what do you mean got to Rocky Mount? I'm like, to find somebody. I grew up in Rocky Mount. Rocky Mount sucks. You're not going to find anybody there in Rocky Mount. So he messaged me back, and he's just like, want to date? And I'm like, what? You know, I'm not shy to dating. I don't care. But I'm like, oh, you want to date? I'm like, well, you and me? I mean, I guess, sure. So we set up a date or whatever, and we end up getting each other's phone, or we end up texting. And he came off kind of harsh at first to me, and I'm like, really? Like, he's really like, he's kind of short and kind of yeah, just to say he's short for the most part, blunt. And he was like, oh, I don't have time to bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why would I BS you? I don't even know you like that. Like, do you think I'm going to BS you just because? So, okay, long story short, we make a date, and it was on Sunday, and he never contacted me that whole day. So, the next day, I texted him, was like, wow, you stood me up. And then, you know, he apologized and said he was doing this, that, and the other. And he calls me, you know, and, I mean, I don't know if that's, like, stereotypical or not. But he doesn't have an Asian accent. You know, he was born and raised in America. So I talked to him for a little bit. And then off the bat, this dude was like, yeah, I don't kiss. I don't want to hold hands. I don't want to do this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? What the hell? How are you? How was your day? And I found it weird or whatever, and we talked on, and off the gate, just from talking to him in the beginning, I was like, yeah, he's an asshole. Not like one of those assholes, somebody that knows they're an asshole and they don't really care about it, because that's the manly thing to be, is to be a strong, bold asshole. But he's one of those assholes that are blunt, that he doesn't know he's an actual asshole. So it's like, you don't really know you're an asshole? You're an asshole, you know that, right? So I don't think he really knows he's an asshole. So I continue to talk with him, try to loosen him up, and oh my God, he does get better. He does get better. It's really like kneading dough. Dealing with him was like kneading dough, really. It's sickening. And then, we talk a little bit or whatever, and then, basically apologized for standing me up, and then he asked about setting up a date for, today, just Friday. And, I agree or whatever, and then as the conversation goes, like, he's going to bring friends, his friend's going to be there, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm all down for it. I like call my friends up, get them to come, blah, blah, blah. And then I think back on it, and I'm like, well, how do I really feel about him? I'm trying to debate on how I feel about him, for the fact that I'm not sure if I like him or if I like the fact that he's Asian. And that's my whole issue. So I'm kind of hoping that I'm not just doing it just for, you know, being superficial and doing it just for the fact to say I did it. Because I'm good for something like that. I'm good to be like, oh, you want to go where? I never did that before. Let's do it. Because I've never done it before. You know, I don't want to be a stranger to things. I like to have known things before. You know what I'm saying? To be in the atmosphere. But, I talked to him some more throughout the week, because, you know, basically been talking about it since Sunday, and we're going to do it on Friday, so we talked about the week. And then, I don't know, I know he's an asshole off gate. I knew that much. I mean, that was my first impression. It's like, oh my God, you're an asshole. But, I didn't say it. I kept my calm, me being me. I kept my calm. So, I was fine with that. But as time goes on, I'm asking myself, why am I really dating him? Am I dating him because he's a potential boyfriend? I'm dating him for fun? Or I'm dating because I'm bored? Or I'm dating him for the fact that he's Asian? What bothers me most is I think I'm dating him for the fact that he's Asian. And then after, like, talking to him and then researching my Asian black woman thing, I'm like, now I really think I'm doing this because of that. But I don't want to think that, because when the more I look into it, I feel like out of the guys I'm talking to, I think he has more potential than the other guys, for the fact that I like him. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with him. I'm not really, it's nobody I really hate, you know what I'm saying? I think he's cool. I like the other guys I talk to too. But I feel like, to me, it's going to be more real, more straight up, more straightforward about what he wants in a relationship. And if I'm not willing to provide exactly what he wants, he already told me off gate, then I don't want bullshit. I don't want to have time to deal with you. And in a sense, that's how I am about a lot of shit. It's like my way or the highway, which is, you know, you can't do that in a relationship. But I still feel like, you know, potentially we have the same outlooks on things. This is how I want things, and if you're not willing to conform to how I feel, then I don't really want to waste any more time with you. That's how I feel, and that's how he feels. And I totally respect that. Oh my God, I so respect that. I wish everybody thought like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't wait. Is this what you want? Don't waste my time. You can go. That's how I feel. So, that kind of sparks me. That kind of sparks me as, you know, something I like. I'm hoping that it'll be something cool. I kind of think he seems to like me, and he basically conveys that to me. But I feel like still he has a hang up maybe about how I look, which I look exactly the same in my pictures, but I guess there's always a possibility that it could be something different than what you saw. I'm not going to catfish you. Maybe I should have told him that. Like, you know, I'm not trying to catfish you or anything, but that's what it is. But, he seems like, I don't know, he seems like he has his guards up, which I can relate to, because I've done that in the past, and maybe I still do it now. I don't really know. But I want to give him the opportunity to see who he is, not just to date because he's Asian. So I'm trying not to do. We'll see how that works out. I want to post it after the date. But it's today, and I'm super excited because he's bringing a friend, and he was like, well, you know, we could make a group thing. So I invited some of my other girlfriends. Yay! And then we're actually going to have a spa day today, me and some of the other girls. And we're going to make it a girls' night out situation. We're just going to happen to see some guys while we're there. Nothing wrong with that. Single women, seeing guys, you know. But we'll see how it turns out. I think he'll be great. I know he'll love me because I'm lovable. I'm very lovable. But I will let you know how that goes. It should be nice. It should be fun. It should be exciting. Hold on to your seats. It may be a bust. But, he should like me. Definitely once I get pretty, put on my clothes, my outfit, slap some makeup on his face. He'll love me, hopefully. And then I'm not really concerned about looks. I've seen his pictures. I mean, I'm not really concerned about looks. My look, he keeps telling me, so what do you think about me? I'm like, I don't really care about what you look like. My whole thing is, are you genuine in your personality? That what stands out most to me. Because I've met a lot of guys that have been, like, drop dead gorgeous, but the personality sucked. And you might as well been ugly, because at the end of the day, I don't deal with that type of situation. Like, I'm really into personality and stuff like that. Like, being the writer that I am, I'm depth. You know what I'm saying? Like they said, don't judge the book by its cover. My book needs no cover. Just give me the pages. You know what I'm saying? But we will see. And I will keep you posted. And I will let you guys know. Okay.